7 mistakes newbies make on their fitness journey. Hello and welcome to Redline Fitness. My name is Thaddeus. We appreciate you watching our video today. We'd like to invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell below so you can get an alert anytime we post a video. We would also like to invite you to follow us on your choice of social media at Redline Fitness X. So today's topic is the 7 top mistakes newbies make when they start their fitness journey. And we were all newbies once, and I can tell you a lot of these mistakes are mistakes I made throughout my journey as well. So let's get started. Number 1 is unrealistic expectations. And this goes both ways. Early on, newbies expect way too much out of their bodies. They expect huge weight loss numbers. They expect their strength just to go skyrocketing up, and they get frustrated when they don't see those kinds of gains. And honestly, in the first week or so that you're training, you'll a lot of times see a big weight loss, and you think, wow, this is a great rate of loss. Well, most of it's water weight. And then over the next few weeks, you don't see that rate of weight loss, and it's really frustrating. Also, as you start to strength train, as your strength gets higher and higher, those gains become harder to make. So short term, a lot of people expect to make this great rate of growth, and they don't see that. Then the unrealistic expectations long term are often too low. A lot of times people will set weight loss goals, and they get down to those goals and realize they need to lose another 10, 15, 20 pounds to really get the look they want to get or be at the health level they want to be at. So understand that short term, you do not need to set the bar ridiculously high, and long term, do not set the bar too low. Mistake number 2 that a lot of newbies make is not planning. Now, this has to do with both training and nutrition, so I'm going to take it one at a time. The other day, I saw a veteran lifter come into our gym, and I heard another veteran lifter say to him, "Hey man, how's it going? What are you working on today?" And the guy responded with, "I don't know." And it kind of caught me off guard. Like, it was very surprising to me. And then he followed it up with something along the lines of, "I think I may do some chest or some arms today." And the fact of the matter is, he didn't have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, chances are really good you're going to have no idea if you're even getting stronger or not. And chances are really good that you're not going to hit the strength levels that you should be hitting because you're not planning ahead. You absolutely, whether it is a professional trainer that's helping you out, or whether you get online and go buy somebody's program, you need to have a program and you need to have a plan when you walk into the gym of what you're going to do. It should be built around the main 3 or 4 compound lifts that we do in powerlifting. And you need to absolutely have a plan for training when you go to the gym. The second part is nutrition. You absolutely need to have a nutrition plan. Now, I understand that some people are able to meet their nutrition goals without ever tracking a single thing they eat. They just naturally have a knack for it. But as a general rule, I want my clients to know how carbs work, how fats work, how protein works, how those calories work day in and day out so they can make the goals they want to make. You need to have a nutrition plan each and every day. You need to know what kind of food you're putting in your body, how much food you're putting in your body, and what you need to do if you are a skinny person that's really wanting to get a little bit of mass. If you are, if you've met your goals and you're trying to maintain, or if you're a obese person who's trying to lose weight, you need to have a plan. I can tell you I've had lifting partners who would laugh themselves to tears because they wouldn't be able to track all their calories, and then complain that they wouldn't be able to make their goals. Why? They don't have a plan. So I'm telling you, as a newbie, you definitely want to know what you're putting in your body, what you're burning off each and every day. Have a plan for your training and a plan for your nutrition. Mistake number 3, you look for shortcuts instead of instilling good habits in your life. I will tell you that when I was first starting to even think about losing weight, and this was many years ago, my wife and I found a wonderful cleanse. And we started to put this cleanse in our body. And I don't even remember what company it was, but I can tell you that it was some of the most vile, disgusting, nasty junk that we were trying to eat. We both of us were nearly throwing up daily trying to put this just garbage in our body because it was a cleanse. We didn't know any better. Recently, some of my wife's friends started on this apple cider vinegar craze. And she jokingly said, you know what, guys, I'll just be part of the control group and not take part in this. Because she knew that really it was just a silly fad and not really going to get them any really lasting results. And all they talked about was how nasty and disgusting it was. And later on, I did ask them, what they got out of it. And they got out of it nothing but the experience of of drinking some really nasty apple cider vinegar. So, mistake number 3 is looking for shortcuts rather than looking for long-term gains. And that's why I always like to make fun of hydroxycut, because those pills are not going to get you where you need to be. When you look for shortcuts, that tells me that you already have the wrong mindset as a beginner in the fitness world, and you're not looking to make the hard work, to make the effort, to make the gains that you really want to make for a long-lasting life of fitness. The 4th mistake is excuses for unhealthy eating. And this is one that I have really had to work on myself. Where I work, there are always people bringing foods in for everyone to try. And there's always somebody having a birthday, or always some sort of celebration, or always some special organization who they really appreciate what we're doing, so they bring in food for us to try out. Or they bring in lunches for our staff and things like that. And that's wonderful. That's great that they do that. But if that's not in my eating plan for the day, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to appreciate what they have to offer me. I'm going to tell them thank you. And then I'm going to pass and let somebody else who wants to eat the food, eat the food. That's perfectly fine with me. But I am not going to come up with an excuse to eat unhealthy food. It's really hard for me sometimes if my kids, if I get them some, fast food, which we can argue whether or not I should even do that. And they come home and, man, they have those McDonald's fries on their plate. Boy, it sure smells good. And it doesn't count, right? Because if I just eat off their plate, it doesn't count. Well, once again, newbies, we do that all the time. We find all these little excuses to grab some food, or we come home late from work, we're frustrated, the boss yelled at us, life sucks, so we're just going to grab ourselves a Wendy's burger and maybe a large fry and a Frosty and a Coke and come home and eat comfort food. Mistake number 5 is cheat days versus rewards. And I used to say reward meals, but I'm going to tell you in a second why I don't even do reward meals anymore. When it comes to cheat days, a lot of times people will end up not only having a cheat day that gets them really, really feeling yucky, eating way too many calories. That usually turns into a couple of cheat days and can often turn into a cheat week and turn into a cheat month and then turn into just terrible eating because, well, we've been doing it for the last couple of weeks, so why not? I can tell you when I was first coming into this fitness world, like I said, I've lost over 100 pounds. I would tell my wife, when I get down to 230 or 232, I'd set this number, I'm going to have some IHOP. And I'd get down to 230 or 232, whatever, and I go, I really don't want to give back my gains. So, you know what? Next time, if I get down to 220, I'll have myself some hot wings. And I get down to 220 and I'd go, I really don't want to give back my gains, so I'm not going to do hot wings. And what I realized was that was a terrible mindset that I had. I was going to reward myself by abusing my body with food I really didn't need. So I came up with a better reward system. You know what I started doing? I rewarded myself with clothes that fit better. Man, it feels great when you can get into a different size of clothes. I started rewarding myself with gym clothes because gym clothes are fun to buy. Gym clothes are fun to wear, especially if you're going to the gym and working out. So I came up with a better system of rewarding myself. And there's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself for doing something good. I much rather see you rewarding yourself for all the things that you're doing well with clothing or with something else versus rewarding yourself with food, okay? If you choose to reward yourself with food, that's fine, but make sure that it is a reward meal, not a reward day, and that once that meal is over, you are back on the straight and narrow. Mistake number 6 that I see newbies make is not taking into account the 4 pillars of fitness. And we already did a video where we go over in depth the 4 pillars of fitness, but I'll tell you those again. It's nutrition, strength training, rest and recovery, and cardio. And the thing is, any 2 or 3 of those can kind of get you where you want to be. But if you truly want to be fit and healthy, You cannot cut out one of those elements. You have to make sure that all 4 of those elements are part of your life plan. Mistake number 7 that I see, and this is a big one for the gym, is newbies like to skip exercises they don't like. I will tell you that for all the years that I've been working out, on Monday, I always start with squats because in the deepest part of my heart, I loathe doing squats. It is not fun for me to squat down with a big heavy weight on my back and then stand up. I don't enjoy it, okay? Why do I put that first? Because I know that if I don't get it done early in the week, I will absolutely find a beautiful excuse at the end of the week not to do that lift. What I tell my clients is this: if it's a specific movement pattern and there's a certain way you don't want to do it, we can always find alternatives. But the bottom line is you need to be working out all of your muscle groups. You need to be making sure that you are working out your back and your legs. A lot of people want to just work out their arms, their chest and shoulders, and their abs because those are the pretty muscles. Those are the ones we see in the mirror. But you need to be working out all of your muscle groups. You need to be having an overall strong body. And a lot of newbies will start skipping things they don't like to do. Another workout that I do on Mondays, since I'm already working out legs, is lunges. Once again, I hate lunges. Lunges are not fun. They're uncomfortable. They make me huff and puff. I don't want to do them. And when I get done with them, I'm exhausted. But I do not take those out of my training protocol because they are something that is very, very valuable to me and are going to help me with my overall fitness. Now, in the comment section below, I would love to hear from you guys. What are some of the mistakes that you've made as a newbie? Or maybe some of these you don't necessarily agree with. That's perfectly fine. Let us know. Also, if you have a topic that you would like us to cover from Redline, we would be absolutely happy to do that. We love getting suggestions just like this one here, and we will cover all these good topics for you guys. Look, we want to help you, whether we're saying something in a positive way or a negative way. At the end of the day, we really, truly desire to help you become the healthiest, most fit version of yourself for a long-lasting health, a good life, a happy, fit life. Once again, my name is Thaddeus. This is Redline Fitness. And as always, remember to challenge yourself.